Hello everyone, this is Joshua Summer, and I'm about to demonstrate my level for Team City Ascend. I've developed the City Ruins level. As we start off in the opening city streets area, the we have these leading lines for cars as well as the city streets. We're introduced to a little taste of combat here, but we can simply take out the enemy here. We also have a little bit of platforming, which we can do or avoid by crouching under there. We can simply jump up here and see our first health pack guided by the light. The pile of cars also guides us into the alleyway here, keeping things relatively simple and straightforward, guiding us essentially in a straight line. We also get another enemy, but again can be taken out with relative ease. And once again, keeping things relatively straightforward and using the buildings as a way to guide the player through the alleyways. We also give them a little bit more combat here, but again, the enemies are placed far enough away to the point where the player is relatively, not in any danger. A little bit of wall jumping to get the player accustomed to that. Here we move on to the closed highway and keeping things consistent by just guiding the player through with leading lines from the railways as well as, the vertical and horizontal nature of the highway. Just a nice little air dashing sequence for the player. There's also launch pads down there if the player were to make any movement errors. Here we come across our first grapple section for the player to practice with. The stairs are just for stairs are just there to essentially help for visual language to illustrate that the player can ascend upwards, but they're not necessary as this is mostly just a grapple section. And the goal here is to just simply get all the way up with using just the grapple, but the stairs are there for an option. And once the player reaches up here, we reach another checkpoint, and the explosive barrels are introduced, which can also over here we are also introduced to our first slide section, just to essentially teach the player that they can duck under these structures. We're given our first key. We can slide back under, go back along the critical path, and air dash along here if we so choose. We're also given the option to use the launch pads as an alternate method to get across these rooftops. And you can also use the grapple to move along as well. Again, another combat piece, but again, far enough away where the player should be relatively safe. We can use that key to open up the door to get into the corporate building. There's more health and light to guide the player down as we go through each floor. We can also grapple and air dash through here as well to let the player get an opportunity to practice those mechanics as well. As the player is not really ever intended or required to engage in every combat scenario, but they can if they so choose. Here we have another wall running section. That was my mistake for the movement error. And we can come up here. And grab that key. We can also pick up that health along the way. We now reach the apartment complex, which is just a 2-story structure, unlike the corporate building, which was 5 structures. We can slide in through here and give the player a nice little break from the combat and just allow them to just have fun with the movement mechanics on this first floor. We can then move up to the second floor, which the player can go into this room, take out that enemy, as well as find this next key. Allowing them to go into this room. They can also pick up that extra health. Pick up this key. And continue along the path out of here. And that key unlocks this door, and we have a few more health items for us. Another wall jumping section. Well, I apologize for the movement errors, but the level does conclude up there. This concludes my level. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.